7:18 p.m. Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020. Episode number 770 of UhhYeahDude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Hello, Jonathan.
My mother's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
Happy birthday. One of our dearest friends.
Longest
Listener.
Longest term listener.
Made this possible.
She still listens. Just like your mom.
How sweet is that?
It's not only sweet.
2 OG listeners, ride or die.
She's in. She's down.
Gosh, darn it.
She still tells me things that she thinks are funny and
actually is listening.
Like listening. Not like in a supportive mom kind of a way. Although she also listens and is like, oh, you guys were like talking some shit about this thing, and I was like laughing about it.
And I was laughing and appreciating it.
I appreciated that laughter you
Hey, when you were talking shit about that thing?
But yeah.
How sweet is that?
Pretty cool. Spoke to her for
We couldn't get our dads to listen at gunpoint, but yet our moms listen to every episode and offer feedback.
But every time my mom takes a road trip with my dad, she makes him listen, so then he calls me separately and is like, oh, I've been listening to the show.
Crazy, man. 768, spit heat. What?
Because my mom subjects him to
or
it.
I'll be like, give me one thing they said in each one, and I'll just text. I'll drop it in.
You know, I can't play.
Hey, it was crazy when you were talking about that unauthorized Michael Jackson. Crazy. Speaking of that,
pretty wild.
I'm minding my own beeswax
Only
today.
took us 14 years.
I'm minding my own beeswax today, Wednesday. Well, let me just pick up my Los Angeles Times that I was reading today on Wednesday, January 22, 2020. I'm sitting in Cafe Gratitude, waiting for my Glorious Wrap to go.
In Larchmont.
In Larchmont. I've already seen internationally renowned, world-famous fashion designer Jeremy Scott. Is that safe to say?
Is it safe to say?
Is it accurate?
I mean, some people might.
I mean, he's a dear friend. Known him for years. Actually haven't. But every time I've seen him, I've handed him an UhhYeahDude card. And today I was going to be like, you have to know
that this card
this exists because you've gotten it in 7 different locations in Los Angeles. Now you're getting it with the juice in Cafe Gratitude. Take it. Good to see you. I sit back down. I'm reading the calendar section of the Los Angeles Times. Flipping through it, I see an ad for the Love of a Glove, the unauthorized musical fable about Michael Jackson's life.
Love of the Glove.
Love of a Glove.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have hashtagged it incorrectly on Instagram.
Oh, did you? You've hit your socials with it. So
shit.
I said, hey, that's that crazy ass shit we were talking about. I go up to the top of the page and I read. It's got some critics reviews. I guess is that what you'd call it for a musical for theater? They always put the top at the top. They put the critics picks, takeaways, if you will. I read, how did you not get us tickets to this? UhhYeahDude. And I said to myself,
that should say Jonathan Larroquette.
It should, actually.
Of UhhYeahDude.
So happy that it...
You would be so mad.
I would be so furious after 14 years, but I finally kind of got into the LA Times.
Jonathan Larroquette.
UID's awesome Jonathan Larroquette. Better one. What? Why? Jonathan, reading this just in the morning, reading my newspaper, my daily newspaper rocked me almost as much as that earthquake rocked me at my desktop last night.
Now,
Let me hold this up.
Is that actually the first earthquake you've ever felt?
I would say truly, because I was meditating when it happened. Mizu and I were nude and we were meditating. I'm going to just hold that up. If you happen to be watching the show, if you're a Patreon member. Okay. Other left. How crazy is that? Yes. Okay.
It's because Seth's trembling because he's so nervous.
I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm reading the newspaper and I read that and I said, that's fucking crazy. Jonathan was just quoted in the LA Times. So, yeah. Well, I don't know what that means, but
I'm correcting myself. I'm busy correcting myself on my
socials. So you're
socials.
posting on socials.
I posted it on my socials, but I hashtagged for the love of the glove, which it's
you want to read it?
Incorrect. Is that correct?
Read what it says.
For the love of a glove.
Of a glove.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was crazy. So
That was an honor.
I was.
Hold on a second.
It was a very Los Angeles experience for me. In Cafe Gratitude.
But the timeline, the person that did that,
yes,
had to have put that in within the last
Well,
when did we talk about it?
We talked about it in December.
Okay, so they heard it. They pulled it from.
They pulled it
from the podcast headlines.
The world.
Yeah.
Last night, you know what happened? That earthquake hit. It only lasted for a second. Made me think, oh no, what if this happened for 20 seconds? My mindset was in a rocked mindset. Then I somehow ended up on YouTube watching the trailer for the 1995 HBO documentary, High on Crack Street, Lost Lives in Lowell. You know why? Because I was so body rocked and mind rocked. I was like,
I'm going to move back to Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm going to move back to home. So in August of 95, do you remember when you could watch an HBO doc and it would rock your shit?
Unlike Banging in Little Rock?
Yeah, like Banging in Little Rock. So I bring up High on Crack Street. Jonathan brings up April 2002, Small Town Ecstasy.
Great.
And so...
Life-changing.
Could
we say that we maybe met, one of our first, I always say that we met, but one of our first, it was an HBO Undercover doc. Living Dolls, was that not an HBO?
Would that be an HBO Undercover? Was that under the banner of HBO Undercover?
Is it?
I'm not sure. But...
It was on HBO, correct?
Oh, it definitely was. Could our television show be, we revisit the great docs of yesteryear, mid-90s, late 90s, early 2000s. We pull the best, juiciest clips from them, but then we find the participants now in 2020 and talk to them. Like that Small Town Ecstasy dad in Northern California.
He's got to be in jail, right?
He's probably in jail. I would imagine that High on Crack Street, I would imagine the crack addicts from 1995 might not be doing too good. Probably. Banging in Little Rock, we don't even know. But it's something to think about. It's something to think about for a television idea.
It would be so cool.
It'd be amazing. We were watching...
You don't know how to spell ecstasy, though.
How do you
X?
Molly. Just that's why they actually changed it to Molly, because nobody could spell it, and so they said let's just.
Is it ECSTACY? So there's no X in it.
I only know the British supergroup XTC, and so that's. I don't know how. Yeah. We're going to make a show. We're going to revisit the great docs from the 90s on HBO. We're going to go undercover, and then we're going to find the participants living in 2020 and say, hey, watch this with us. Hey, sit down on the couch with me and watch you with me. It's our show.
He was arrested after the documentary.
Of course.
Because...
Child Services, Protective Services.
Yes.
Watch the documentary.
Encouraging his children to... do ecstasy.
To partake in illicit,
his name is
unregulated drugs.
Scott Myers. I believe he was Seth Myers.
Seth Myers is his older brother. There's Josh, Seth, and Scott. We never hear about Scott. They keep him under wraps.
I'm gonna find this.
We're gonna find him. He probably listens to the show. He'll probably contact us. That's the beauty of this. We were watching PD Cam with our boy Styx, Sean Styx Larkin from Live PD. The thing about Styx is he hasn't been back out in the field working since he has been taken off the streets to become a television star. Is that correct?
Say that again?
He doesn't work anymore on the streets, maybe because Lana Del Rey she can't have her king out on the streets. And because he's a television star now.
How long has he not been? I thought he would jump back and forth when it started, right? He was still
I think they're like,
was he ever on cam?
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was an officer on the street.
No, but I'm saying when the show first started.
Yeah.
Right.
They took him because
then
of his
they
charisma.
were like, "Look at your fucking
face is fucking awesome. It body rocks.
We need to get it on some. Get off that body cam.
Get to New York.
Get on that body rock.
But can we let him? Or if he went in the streets, he's such a celebrity. How would you even? People would be running up. Arrest me. Arrest me, King.
He should probably do like consulting or something.
Shirtless consulting.
Like from
if you
town to
sticks
town.
out in the street as a shirtless Tulsa cop.
Precinct to precinct.
Precinct to precinct. With Lana in tow.
Where he kind of does like a Gordon Ramsay kind of like overhauls
Could he ever have imagined?
Not.
In his wildest...
If I couldn't, there's no way he could.
If we combined couldn't, he never could have imagined that this would now be his life.
It's
a beautiful American tale.
It's a twisted tale. Twisted American beauty.
Twisted
beauty tale.
Macabre tale. I was watching some live PD this weekend. They went into somebody's home in Terre Haute, Indiana, and the family had a framed Groot poster on the living room wall amongst photographs of, I think, other family members, like Uncle Billy, Grandma Jean, Cousin Groot. You know, this is our wall.
This is our family.
This is our family. And so Groot is part of our family. I don't know where you get a framed Groot poster. Maybe that could be a Indiana Walmart, but he was proudly displayed with, there was a child, I think maybe a class picture, an 8th grade class picture. You might want to get back in here with us.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. I think the daughter maybe died of a heroin overdose.
Oh, shit. Well...
It's in Spokane? Is that where they were?
They were in Northern California, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe this is a different dad.
Oh, it's a different small town. That's another dad. That's Spokane Ecstasy Dad. That was a Showtime doc. So you got to focus.
I just want to know.
You want to know where they are. And our TV show that we're pitching to Quibi, don't worry about it. We'll fucking have it on lock.
Well, no, we'd have to do it for HBO because they have the rights.
Oh, they have the rights. Excuse me.
We have to be able to use all the clips.
Do you remember Small Town? You'll be like, of course you remember Small Town Ecstasy.
You'd be like,
where are they now? With Jonathan and Seth. Hi, Scott. I'm Seth, and this is Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good.
You looked like shit then. How you doing now? You took ecstasy every day for 6 months 20 years ago. How are you now?
Yeah. Well, and like you were saying, the smoking rock in Lowell or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, those guys.
Smoking rock in Boston.
That shit ain't
crazy dog.
Those guys aren't doing good.
No, they're not around.
There was also, I thought it was Nicaragua, but maybe it was like Honduras or something like that. There was like a glue huffing homeless kid one. That shit was like.
That's too. Let's keep it here.
It was. Yeah, you mentioned
we're not going to be walking around Honduras. Hello, knock, knock, knock. Seth Jonathan, UhhYeahDude from the States. Hello, how are you? About 15 years ago, you had an 8-year-old and he was huffing glue. We're looking for him. Okay.
No, you know, no. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh.
When was the last time you actually ate one?
But when was the last time I enjoyed something I actually ate? When was the last time I actually enjoyed food that I ate? Probably a Cool Ranch Dorito, right?
Now,
would you say?
I mean,
the last time I truly said,
this is fucking
good. I haven't said that since the last time I ate a Cool Ranch Dorito.
Cool Ranch Doritos, they made their debut in 1986. I remember it well.
How many we housed back in the 80s?
Yeah.
How many fucking bags of that shit did you house the summer of 86?
They're very good.
When you were 77, when you turn on your birthday party, on your 9th birthday party, how many bags do you think your mom had on the ready?
Nuh-uh. She was all kettle chips, even
that's
back
right.
then.
She would have been, yeah.
I had to sneak.
You had to sneak them.
I had to sneak that shit. Now in the UK, they are sold under the name Cool Original, as opposed to Cool Ranch, because I guess they don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Fucking chips. What, they don't know what a chip is, right?
No, they don't know what ranch is.
They don't know what ranch is because they're putting fucking tandoori sauce in
everything. Because they're pouring fucking tartar on everything.
What the fuck is this? It's Nanji's, or what's their fucking place? Nando's, everyone's always talking about?
Nandi?
It's Nandi Nando's. Everyone loves it. How about some ranch on this fucking pizza? Pizza? What's pizza? What? Pizza? Fucking country, huh?
Elsewhere in Europe, they are sold under the name Cool American. Amazing. Which is, you know that shit isn't cool to me.
It's so cool.
Cool American.
Cool American. Put shades on and just pull the shades down to your nose. Hey. Now, the reason that this product, because we're always talking about new products, they're always making new products and new flavors. This Cool Ranch, just the idea is it just has now more
right.
Cool
Which
Ranch.
my only issue
Isn't
with
that
issue with Cool Ranch Doritos now
is that they're too much.
is that they're too ranchy.
They have
It's
too much already.
powder on them and shit.
So what you want is one
less ranch,
light
ranch,
diet fucking ranch.
Yeah,
diet Hollywood ranch.
like Cool Farm, not a Cool Ranch.
Okay, kind of like Big Little. You like that kind of more organic.
Yeah,
like a windowsill.
Chill Farm.
Windowsill.
Chill
Cool
Farm,
American Doritos.
Chill Farm Dorito.
What's that mean? It's barely anything on it. Your hands are completely clean. I think they taste so good. Double it up.
It's too much.
So all you're doing is licking that shit off and throwing the chip away anyway.
It's just a vehicle for the powder?
Boom, boom,
No.
boom. Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
I want a chip. I want
want a
something
chip.
substantial.
Okay.
I don't want just the flavor explosion.
Maybe they should make the chips twice as big for you.
Thick.
Thick cut.
Thick cut.
Thick cut Canadian.
Cool.
Oh, no, that's
Damn
not.
it.
Fuck. Damn it.
Well, that's what all dressed in Canada, which is the best chip flavor,
All dressed.
which they just started bringing here, but the all dressed here, it's also referred to as all seasoned, which is apparently, I guess it's called that because it's,
What's on that?
well, if you look it up, I think it's all the stuff. It's like, is that right, Jeff? It's like barbecue. It's all the different things, all the different chip flavors combined onto one flavor. So it's all the seasonings together, all dressed or all seasoned. But they only last year brought it to America, and the one they do here doesn't taste the same as the one in Canada. The ones in Canada taste better. They also have ketchup chips there, which actually are super good.
I thought they only had fucking poutine. I thought everything was just poutine.
No.
Poutine watermelon. Why? That's because what we
but
do.
all dressed is the best chip flavor as far as I'm concerned. Out of all, sour cream and onion.
How about salt and vinegar? You always love salt and
I
vinegar.
do
as
love a
boy,
salt and vinegar chip.
But you like this Canadian import
All dressed.
that we
but
don't have.
the American all dressed, made by Ruffles and Lay's, same companies. You have them there. They taste different.
For the palate.
Now, the ones here, it has a Canadian flag on it, and it's like most popular flavor in Canada, but it doesn't taste like that.
Not the same.
But I guess I was just saying that
sure?
because
Because you only
me
eat them
eating
there?
a chip with a Canadian flag on it here, is that
Disgusting, yes.
I just wonder if you get ridiculed in Europe for eating something that's called Cool American, because that's not cool.
Well, eating the food of that country that you're in, that's really not cool. You know what I mean? Oh, is that a croissant? Wow, cool. Never had it, never heard of it. If you're eating a Dorito, you could post up right in fucking Paris at a cafe. You pull out a bag of Cool Americans.
Cool American.
Look at this American.
Look at this Cool
His
American.
freedom fries. Look at them. I have right here, I have a look at the top 10 of Glassdoor's 50 best jobs. Okay? These are for 2020. These are the 10 best jobs that right now you would be applying for on Glassdoor, the highest salaries. This is what people want to. This is the hottest jobs for 2020. 10, business development manager. Okay. Let's just say we'll worry about what it is once we're at the interview. We'll look it up, apply first, get the interview, and then say, actually, what is this? Business development manager. I'm probably developing some business managing. Okay. 9, strategy manager. Again, what? Oh, I thought this was for, was it business development? It's strategy.
Management.
Management. Developing. Shit. Number 8, speech language pathologist.
That's a real
That
thing.
sounds like a thing, right? I don't know what it is, but
That's a real thing.
I'm a speech language pathologist. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations again. Thank you. 7, software engineer. That's a thing, I know.
Well, we don't even know what engineers are. So what a software engineer is like, forget it.
No idea. But it's hot. It's number 7.
Get paid good.
Number 6, data engineer.
Yeesh.
Ooh, I'd be really fucked on that because at least I think I know what software is. Hardware is the actual hard, like if I hit
Like the
if I
computer.
hit my fucking compact Presario, that's hard. All of the inner gully work,
The CD-ROMs.
the gully works. What's this gully works project management? What offices? Where is that interview? Hello, everybody. I'm Daryl, Gully Works project manager for today.
Just want to introduce.
I want to introduce myself to all of y'all. Number 5, DevOps engineer. That sounds like some
Development operations.
Development operations. That sounds like Call of Duty shit, maybe. That's Call of Duty player. Twitch. Yeah, that's a job. 4, product manager. Manage product, right?
Yeah.
So you get to work. There's got to be a product there. And then, well, I'm going to manage it. All right? Is that all right? I'm $200,000 a year. I'll do it.
God damn it.
I'll do it. Gosh darn it. 3, data scientist. So a scientist, I think I know what that is. It's about science. And then data is like crunching the numbers.
Yeah.
So
you talk to your data managers or your data
your resource developers, engineers.
Data engineers,
And they'll bring you down to strategy down in level 2.
and then the
And
scientists get
We'll
involved.
bounce back up in the break room and
To
have
the
a
lab.
Chobani. Everyone knows what Chobani is, right?
That's our product that we're managing.
Chobani is the product. I'm the manager. I'm the Chobani manager, everybody. Oh man. 2, Java developer.
Java's
Coffee. It's barista.
No.
Barista. I know that. That's a thing.
I'm a Java manager. Yeah.
Java developer. So you're making the beans. You're
Yeah.
like actually
Growing the beans.
Growing
It's
the beans.
It's a coffee farmer.
You're a farmer. You're a coffee farmer in Guatemala. Cool. I don't want to move though, so I'm not going to apply for that. And then obviously number 1's a front end engineer. My last job, I made $450,000. I was a back end, rear end
engineer,
butt manager. But now I really want to get like to the tip, the front, and I want to do it front of the house.
front house engineer.
Front house engineer, data ops developer. Products?
I don't know.
So really fucked because jumping in the old job market right now on Glassdoor, if the top 10 jobs, I can't tell you what the fuck they are, that's a big problem. Knowing what something is, that's the bottom of the barrel
It's
of
the
life.
first thing.
First thing. What's the job you're applying for? Podcaster. Do you know what that is? Yeah. So at least you have a running start.
Yeah.
I know what this is. What are you applying for? Basketball player. I know what that is. Right?
You got a fighting chance.
Rock star. I know what that is. I can apply for that. But attaining it would already be...
It's its own...
Applying to be a rock star would be right now difficult. Do you think that I would be a front-end manager at a Fortune 500 company first or a rock star first today, right now? If we had to pick which one to do.
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
You got better chance of doing
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Replacing an existing band, coming in as the lead singer. I'd have a better chance of doing that than this.
Than a front-end manager.
Than a front-end manager.
Front-end manager you might actually be able to do because I don't think there's anything...
They don't do anything.
I don't think any of them...
They definitely don't do anything. Yeah.
But...
And they make $105 a year. That would be fucking... There's 13,000 job openings for that. I could get one of those. There's not 13,000 people that are better than me at being a front-end manager. I can tell you that right now. I would say that in the interview.
There's no way.
There's no better front-end manager in the world than me. Certainly not 13,122. When do I start?
And are you willing to train?
Let me tell you something. And can I have the month off? Because I'm a rock star. And I'm taking August off because I'm going on tour with Def Leppard.
I wonder how long it would take us to acquire the skill sets that would be necessary.
Too long. Lifetime. Too late. Too late.
Well, like Java engineer. Like, I wonder how long it would take me to program Java.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So you know what that is.
I do.
16,000 job openings.
For a Java engineer?
Yeah. You could do that.
No, I couldn't.
You'd definitely be one of these good fucking manager engineers, though.
Product manager I could do.
Do you have any job openings for manager engineers?
Not engineer managers?
Yeah. Manager engineers. That's a thing, right? I have my BA in management. So for MBs, management business? Management business, is that something? What do you do here anyway? I'm leaving. I'm double parked, so I'll just see myself out. Thank you.
It's a lot of the same words kind of, rearranged. Yeah.
What are you doing? There's only 4 jobs. Actor, firefighter, nurse, teacher. Those are the only 4 jobs.
Rockstar.
Rockstar, podcaster, basketball player, barista.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anything else, you're lying to yourself.
You're fooling it.
Anything else, if you don't go to work tomorrow, everything gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be fine. That's how you have to look at 2020. If I stop going there, what do you think will happen?
Nothing.
Not a fucking thing. They won't even replace you. If you don't go to work tomorrow, they won't even replace you. Sleep tight tonight.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you really got to think about that when you lay your head down. Oh, fuck. So if I don't go tomorrow,
they just stop.
They will continue. So it's like death. It just, for a moment, everyone would be like, Where's Erica? She hasn't been here all week. I haven't heard from her. Are they going to hire anybody? No. 2 weeks later, no one. They'll start talking shit about Erica. I'm actually glad she's not here. Stupid perfume. Oh my God. It is so rough out there.
I had no idea. I knew that you did honorable volunteer work.
Oh, meaning?
But I had no idea how important the work
how muy importante the work that I do out in the field is? Oh, Jonathan.
USA Today snapshots as far as what Americans donate in a year, what things Americans donate. 69% of Americans donate clothes. 63% donate money. 53% donate food. 3% donate blood.
It's different, Jonathan, because you're giving yourself.
You're
literally taking a part of you and you're giving it to another human being.
I had a funny thing happen. A dude that listens to the show last week sent me
his blood.
A vial of his own blood.
I want to be with you.
Drink this. Shoot this.
Let's be together, kind of.
Would you shoot this for me?
And save a little. Don't tell Seth. Pour something in his drink. And I want us all to kind of be together.
So he sent me an app.
Cool.
He sent me a link to an app.
Oh, he developed an app.
And
an application? Is that what we're speaking of?
Yes.
Something that you got on your cellular phone.
I downloaded it. I'm gonna have to try to pull this up.
Your iPhone 11.
Give me 1 second.
You got an 11 there? What is that?
This is a X.
Okay, I'm gonna get you an 11. I think.
You should. You should have already.
Those slow fees I'd be seeing.
How do I do this? Damn it! It's locking up on me here.
Oh, it must be old, that phone.
Not the phone, the app.
The app.
So I wonder if the app needs to be updated.
You think they're sharing your information with that app?
It's possible that they've shared my information. So he sends me this
application.
This application
as a friend.
and it's called Be My Eyes.
Be My Eyes.
BEMYI. Sorry,
It's funny.
EYES.
Could be the side. I had a listener tell me about this.
You did?
Yeah.
So maybe it was the same person.
For the visually impaired.
Yeah. So what it is it's a
amazing application.
Well, it is. Yeah. It's at least it's a great concept.
Tell the listeners what that concept is.
So that concept is
Let's say you're at home and you're visually impaired.
And you need, the app allows visually impaired people in a moment of need to,
which would be like,
phone a friend, as it were, a random volunteer through the app. Let's say as a volunteer would get contacted, and it could be like, do me a favor, I have two medication bottles here.
wow.
I need to take one of them. What does this
could
say?
go so wrong.
Well,
so
that's
quickly.
one thing. Because I wasn't vetted, I don't think, in any sort of way.
Like an Uber driver, except you're telling people what medication to take. The one on the
mean,
left.
It's even though you're asking for the one
And
on
it
the right.
says take 4.
Who's left?
It's actually 1.
Your stage
Yeah.
left. Your other left.
Unbelievable. I thought it was for like sugar-free coffee creamers. Like I'm deciding like,
Well, maybe you mean like
caramel macchiato or French vanilla? And then so there's no harm, no foul if you fuck with them. Ah, shit! I wanted mock. That my fucking Brando gave me French vanilla. So I guess it's not
cream.
medication.
At least it's not medication. Okay, well maybe it's for less severe things than that. But first of all, the assumption is that somehow that I guess that blind people need seeing eyes people for them to, in order to, like, before this app somehow. There's a couple of issues that have come up for me
So
with
many
it.
issues.
One, it's an app. I don't know how the visually impaired people access it, but the only way that I downloaded it and accessed it was from my phone, which is completely and utterly featureless. So I would need eyes if I was visually impaired just for them to tell me where the fuck the button to press for the app is.
There's a Braille app on the iPhone 11. That's why I'm trying to get it for you.
So there's that. Then there's the thing that you're saying. Who am I talking to?
It's insane.
Whose opinion am I taking? Then there's the idea that, let's say you're an attractive, visually impaired female.
Oh, okay, I'm
and
listening.
They FaceTime you.
Okay.
I'm just
A well-endowed,
young, should I wear this?
Yeah.
Or what color is this blouse?
I've been doing yoga all day because I'm a yoga instructor.
But then the
the
biggest
blind.
thing about it
Yeah.
was when I got on it,
Because you wanted to help.
the dude sent it to me, and I was like, I'm signing up right now. I'm
gonna
downloading
help.
it right now. Thank you so much for sending this to me.
2020 is about service for you.
When I get to it, and this is what I was trying to load, I can't get it to load. It says, welcome to Be My Eyes, blah, 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 blah. Visually impaired users, it says like 186,000, and then it says volunteers,
Randos,
and it was
12.
like 4.5 million fucking volunteers.
But
or
they
something.
mean eyes, so cut it in half. They're talking about eyes.
So but what I saw
that.
was like, there are far more people being like, oh yeah, I'll totally do. Like, it's sort of like the app's success is sort of based on people like me being like,
I want to help.
Like, I want to help.
I'm
but
of
like,
service.
But there's only 100,000
Yeah.
blind people that have signed up that are like, I don't need this stupid
And
fucking
so
thing.
maybe, yeah.
So then I was like,
Maybe in July
you
they
could
can-
literally have a pair of eyes. You could use a pair of eyes 24 hours a day at all times. You could just have a person like
personal
there's
assistant.
there's
Yeah.
enough eye volunteers where like every blind person on it could just have like at all times
Yeah.
just a cam on them.
Yeah.
But I have yet to receive a call.
Okay. But you're trying to get in.
Well, I signed up. I'm like,
Why don't you roll out and give some blood? Go down to the children's hospital. Let them know what you're about. You had a tattoo recently. Damn it.
how recent?
I think in the last 5 years.
You're just saying that because you want to throw me off your trail because you don't want me fucking.
I don't want you catching up to me.
Encroaching in the game.
Shit.
You don't want me playing in your fucking blood space. I don't remember the last time I donated blood.
I don't know when that. I don't actually.
Never. No, I don't know. If
I
they
mean,
need it, they'll ask for it.
If they
throw your shit away most of the time. It doesn't get used.
They watch me. They take me upstairs. They watch. They let me watch the children that it is put into, and I hold the child's hands, and we're silent as it's going through them, and I say,
do you know what the
now together
you know
forever.
how much of your blood gets? Do we know how much is used?
My powerful blood has all been used.
It's all been.
I mean, sometimes while donating, they come down. They bring the children down.
They just hook you directly.
Yeah, we'll hook them
Doesn't
right
go
up.
through the vial.
Hook them right up to Billy.
Just tube to tube.
Seth to Billy, and we hold hands.
Seth to Billy. How much blood that gets donated gets used in general? How much of it is somehow? Does it just go on ice? How long is it good for?
Oh, they bring that shit. That shit gets used. I mean, they take that shit right upstairs.
They tell you because they want you to keep giving
Keep
it.
coming back. They've never used mine. Like open up a closet.
Flick it out.
It's Seth's closet. Fine, they'll tell me at the end. They'll just open it up. Shit. It's tough.
Yeah.
I've got an event. I've got you a 3-day platinum all access ticket. It cost me a little bit of money, but I don't care. I'm sending you to the Los Angeles 18th Annual Conscious Life Expo, February 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th at the LAX Hilton. It's the premier exposition exploring advancements in science, spirituality, health, well-being, and sustainable lifestyles. I've got you in this 3-day platinum all access tickets that I've got you. I've pulled 3 speaker keynote series that you'll be auditing, I guess is what the best way to say it. You'll be meeting with the speakers before they speak. You'll watch the presentation, and then afterwards you'll be doing a deeper, extensive post-speaker work. You'll be sitting down with Lori Spagna. She will be speaking about light-coded frequency activations. Let me try that one more time. Light-coded frequency activations.
Yeah.
Sacred energy healing. Channeled ascension guidance. Vibrational quantum consciousness. Dormant DNA attunements, sacred key code activations, star code marking, and 5D operating system attunements.
Is this just one person that does this?
This is Lori. This is
just
all
Lori.
Lori. Ancestral lineage analysis. It's for star seeds and light workers such as yourself. So I've already spoken in depth with Lori. She's expecting you in linens.
Giving her my background.
I've given her your background
Data.
of service. He loves the blind.
He works with the blind.
He works with the blind primarily. Maybe in July he might get a call.
Quickly.
Yes.
More than 4.5 million patients need blood transfusion each year in the U.S. and Canada. 43,000 pints of donated blood are used each day in the U.S. and Canada. Someone needs blood every 2 seconds. Only 37% of the U.S. population is eligible to donate blood. Less than 10% do annually. About 1 in 7 people entering a hospital need blood. 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. Healthy adults who are at least 17 years old and at least 110 pounds may donate about a pint of blood, the most common form of donation, every 56 days or every 2 months. Females receive 53% of blood transfusions. Males receive 47%. 94% of blood donors are registered voters. 4 main red blood cell types are A, B, AB, and O. Each can be positive or negative for the Rh factor. AB is the universal recipient. O negative is the universal donor. I believe I'm a universal donor.
See this?
Dr. Carl Landsteiner first identified the major human blood groups in 1901.
We'll fix that soon enough. I'm sure there's been some advancements on that. It's like that planet shit when they were taking it away. I'm sure we'll...
42 days is how long most donated red blood cells can be stored. 5 days is how long most donated platelets can be stored. 1 year is how long frozen plasma can be stored. And much of today's medical care depends on steady supply of blood from Seth Romatelli.
Wow, so hero.
2.7 pints.
Maybe we shouldn't just throw that around so lightly.
2.7 pints, the average whole blood and red blood cell transfusion.
Wow. God.
Children being treated for cancer. Premature infants and children having heart surgery need blood and platelets from donors of all types, especially the type O's.
Jonathan, this is your calling here. Walk into the premier children's hospital in the United States. Walk in and say, I'm here to serve. I'm here.
17% of non-donors cite never thought about it as the main reason for not giving.
Oh, fucked up kids?
Well,
I don't think about it.
Well, 15%.
What? You don't think about that?
Well,
no.
15% say that they're too busy or working with the blind.
That's usually what it is. You're too busy? Yeah.
The number one reason donors say that they give is because they want to help others.
God.
Shortages of all blood types happen during the summer and winter holidays.
Okay.
Blood centers often run short of types O and B red blood cells.
Calling you.
There is no substitute for human blood.
No, there isn't. You watch True Blood. You love that shit.
If all blood donors gave 3 times a year, blood shortages would be a rare event.
Boom.
The current average is about 2.
Did you say courageous?
Current heroes. The courageous heroes.
Courageous Heroes, my new podcast.
If only 1% of all Americans would give blood, blood shortages would disappear for the foreseeable future.
In America.
46.5 gallons is the amount of blood you could donate if you begin at age 17 and donate every 56 days until you reach 79 years old.
Yep, that's my plan.
All right. I mean, I could keep going.
I know.
There's another 20.
Yes, 48 pages.
Of the virtues of blood donation.
Well, listen.
All right. Well, I got to figure out if I'm eligible and I'll start donating.
That sounds like one of those excuses.
What is it? An excuse?
Okay.
What do you mean? They said there's only a 28%, so I just got to make sure that they don't.
Oh, I'm not because of the tooth. All right, then. All right, I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go eat.
I'm going to go work with
tacos. I'm going to get tacos.
I'm going to go work with the blind.
Okay. By work with the blind, by work with the blind, I really just mean kind of driving slower around the Braille Institute on Melrose in Vermont.
Honking.
I don't actually honking, letting them know there's cars around. It's really what I meant.
That wasn't an excuse.
No, I'm with you.
Absolutely. I absolutely will.
Linda Moulton Howe. Since her first broadcast in January of 2019 of her video of Navy SEAL and Marine whistleblowers, Spartan 1 and Spartan 2.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
Linda has received other confirming whistleblower information about huge, mysterious architecture 3 miles deep under the ice of Antarctica. Since the early 70s, deep ice-penetrating radar investigations, there have been U.S. military ops to explore different large alien sites that have been hidden from human civilization underneath this ice. It's operating with energy, light, and bizarre holographic projections that emerge from deep within these tunnel walls. The star maps on some of these large doors allegedly link to interstellar trade throughout and beyond the Milky Way galaxy. It's a trade route. Remember the Silk Road? There is an interstellar Milky Way galaxy trade route from the heavens underneath the ice of Antarctica, and she found it. Spartan 1 and Spartan 2. Cuckoo. Anyway, that's not real, dummy. And that's what I'm going to say when I'm going to stand up. I'm going to say, dummies!
Well,
this is stupid. And then be like literally attacked by 50 maniacs.
They said the same thing to Galileo.
They did, didn't they? They called him a dummy.
They killed him.
They lock him up, but they do
killed
with him.
him.
I don't pay attention to that shit. Is that real?
It's not real now.
It's not real.
It's not real yet.
It's not real yet now. Dude, the trade routes.
The intergalactic
trade routes are insane. I ordered chapstick. I was 3 miles. I couldn't find chapstick in any of my fucking stores. My basic chapstick.
Some 3 miles.
So 3 miles beneath the ice in Antarctica. I'm with Linda. We're chilling. I'm like, can you call anybody like Celestial Shits and get on that trade route and get it here? As I'm saying that, it just materialized instead of putting it on my lips as I was saying it. What about your boy, Zadok Ra Osiris?
Well, this guy looks like
hello, best friends.
What the fucking...
Hi, I'm Jonathan's best friend, Zadok Ra Osiris. Look at you two. Look at you two. Zadok wanted me to tell you. Well, first he went Nikola Tesla. That's what you do. You always go to Tesla.
Oh, he knew.
He knew. Musk knows.
He was a
Tesla
knower.
Knows. The Venusian brought advanced science to Earth: electricity, telephones, the wall of light, anti-war machine.
Wait, is he talking about Tesla?
He's talking about,
he's
yes.
saying that Tesla was a Venusian?
Yes. Interplanetary communications that Tesla was privy to, let's just say. Now, Saint Germain trained inventors such as Tesla and such as mystic Zadok Ra Osiris and his friend Jim Onek, who's just like a 50-year-old like bald white dude. Like Zadok Ra Osiris, the best bet for me to believe you is to not for also to be like, and I'd also like to introduce my friend Jim Onek and have a 52-year-old bald guy with khakis and like a tweed jacket walk out. You killed it. Because Zadok Ra, I was in. Oh, but what about my dear friend Jim Onek from Lansing, Michigan? Oh, you killed it. You killed it. Zadok told me that they're able to work with 0-point energy concepts, you know. And what they're doing is they're drawing this power. It's an infinite power. It comes from the highest galactic realms. So it's not something really that you might kind of be able to comprehend, because your power is kind of like basic bitch power, like tiny, tiny light bulb. Wow. This is kind of like intergalactic power. It's kind of like lightning bolts.
Infinite power.
Infinite. Like, what's up? Mystic Zadok Ra Osiris has been entrusted with the task of bringing healing to those who suffer from pain and disease. Everybody. He is going to share his invention of this epic laser. It actualizes the divine plan of Aquarius, where all people are restored to perfect health and balance to prepare for the oncoming ascension ahead. So you got to get right. But it's like how you got your base tan before you went to fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
You have to kind of get your shit right.
But is he debuting this laser?
Yeah, he's bringing the laser to the LAX Hilton and wheeling it out. It's like a Jack-in-the-Box lunch. Wait a minute. Is that Jim Onek with a Jack-in-the-Box? Like
jalapeno poppers?
Jalapeno poppers? Yeah, and an epic laser that also harnesses all the power of the galactic realms.
Returns you to your
divine
form.
Cool. All right. Zadok Ra Osiris is an oversoul of the ambassadorial complex of the Star Dove's interplanetary mission, and high priest from Jupiter, who is assisting Earthlings in assimilating ascension activations. Of course. He's a notable pioneer of over 40 years of utilizing Venusian angelic starseed healing techniques. He will also be offering Akashic record readings to you because of the platinum status you've been afforded by me. I told him you work with the blind, and he was touched. One more time. He's the oversoul of the ambassadorial complex of the Star Dove's interplanetary mission. Those guys are crazy.
They're the best.
They're the best. They have crazy jackets. They're like Letterman jackets, and they're shiny like satin stardust. They're made of stardust, and they have a crazy logo on the back. It's cool. It's like kind of a star, but it's kind of a dove, but it's kind of like a burger. It's cool. And if you pick a sesame seed off the bun on the back, you can eat that, and that's actually
starseed.
It's starseeds. It's energy.
It's made out of.
And then you live extra. So they'll be in
the Hilton,
the booth 307 in the International Ballroom with his laser
and Jack in
the Box jalapeno poppers and his buddy Jim.
Why aren't you actually taking me though?
We need to get you there. You need to ascend. You need to do this.
I need to get my celestial body in
if you don't get this
right.
stupid meat body right, what the fuck? Because anything can happen to you, and if you're in an event where you're like, oh, I'm going to die here, and you're like, oh, great, I didn't get my meat body ascended. This is fucking real stupid. If you were like somewhere and there was a robbery, you'd have to say,
like, hold on.
Sir, I know you're killing us all. It sucks. I have not gotten my stupid meat body into a starseed ascension. So if you could spare me and kill these basic-ass bitches, let me help you. That's what you got to do.
Let me help you kill them.
If you're ever in a robbery, that's what you got to do. You got to get on their side. Jump on their side. I hate all these motherfuckers too. Okay. So, I think that the dormant DNA attunements in sacred key code activations in 5D operating system attunements and ancestral lineage
5D operating system attunements.
You have to get that. 5G? No. 5D.
Yeah.
5P? Don't even bring up 5P. That is for later this year.
You off the property.
If you raised your hand at any of these points and you said, what about 5P? Over. You'd explode because you'd get shot from room 307 with a galactic laser. How do you get that through customs? I hope that they build?
They must assemble it.
They must assemble it on Earth.
In the room,
it comes
in the
from
hotel room.
but they assemble it in the International Ballroom. Am I missing I got an extra screw here. Oh, fuck. Do it. Toss it.
Just toss it. Just leave it.
Leave it. Cover it. Put your sandal on it. Don't let them see. Oh, fuck.
Well, I'll get to one of these one day.
Someday. Oh, Russell Brand will be there as well.
Of course.
Why not?
Because he's just preying on the weak.
Yeah, floating above everyone.
Yeah. Let me write a book about sobriety.
I'm going to write a book about sobriety, and then I'm going to steal money from people that are struggling with their problems, because that's a good way to live. That's a righteous way to live. Oh, you have a substance abuse issue that we've seen collectively, all of us, is absolutely probably the most destructive thing to human beings on Earth. How can I exploit that in your meat body? I'm sober, so you can be too. It's wicked easy.
Read my book.
Read my book.
My bookie wookie.
Winky wonky wookie. I'm a sex addict. Wonky wonk.
Whatever.
Hey, whatever it takes to get more millions. 6 ain't enough. I want 7. Hey, man, no, shit, you see my stand-up. It's all about, like, Buddha and Jesus. So it's cool. Wookie wook. It's cool, man. Hey, man, I read books about, like, Buddha or whatever, him.
Whatever.
Gandhi. Candy guy. The skinny guy.
Candy man.
I read about him, man. The candy man can. Get off drugs, man. Put the candy down. Money, 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 money. Money, money. Hey, everybody. Hello. Hi, Russell. Hi.
He
did it.
Didn't he?
Gorgeous.
So
half the battle.
Such a looker.
Half the battle.
A little over 1 year ago, Caltech's Li Hong Wang developed the world's fastest camera.
Oh.
This device is capable of taking 10 trillion pictures per second. It is so fast that it can even capture light traveling in slow motion.
All right.
I mean, it's so cool. But sometimes just being quick is not enough. Indeed, not even the fastest camera can take pictures of things it cannot see. To that end, Wang Bren Professor of Medical Engineering and Electrical Engineering, has developed a new camera. Now, this camera can take up to 1 trillion pictures per second.
What would the last one do?
10 trillion.
Oh, this one's how many?
1 trillion only.
Okay.
But it can take pictures of transparent objects. Now, a paper about the camera appears in the journal Science Advances. The camera technology, which Wang calls phase-sensitive compressed ultra-fast photography,
Yeah, catchy.
or PCUP,
Okay.
can take video, not just of transparent objects, but also of more ephemeral things like shock waves, and possibly even of the signals that travel through neurons.
Ghosts.
Basically.
Ghosts.
He's a ghost hunter.
He's Dr. fucking Baggins. Junwoo Baggins. Awesome. Finally.
So wild.
I'm going to use that for my headshots. I really want it to get my
essence.
pores. I want to get like, by essence, I mean like my inner cheek tissue. Yeah. Your headshots are fucked up. It looks like,
it's like a
veins.
skeleton vein.
I know. I wanted you to get to know the real me. I'm a real actor.
You see right through me.
I want you to see through me because when you look at my eyes, I don't want to get snubbed. So look through me. Because when I do a character, I see the character on the inside. Right? That's an amazing camera that man did.
Yeah, too.
He made the best camera ever.
And then he made...
And he was like, I'm going to make a better camera.
I'm going to make a ghost camera.
I'm going to make a ghost camera for Zach Baggins. Well, that's it. He's in the science community. He worked his whole life and worked his ass off. He made this dope camera, but like no one fucking knew about it.
Yeah.
So he's like, if I work as long and as hard, but I make a ghost camera and give it to Zach Baggins,
then I'm in.
Boom, I'm on TV. I can quit this fucking nerd job and make some fucking real paper. Call it the cheese camera because that's what I stack now that I'm on TV. Because of
cheese cam.
It's called cheese cam.
It's called cheddar cam, and
cheddar
I made it.
Cam, and I made it. What's up? Man.
Here's a video of me and my Lambo.
It's my Lambo. Is that a ghost? Yeah, it is. This is my Lambo. It's a fucking ghost. I can see it.
10 trillion. I want to see what I want to see what light traveling looks like.
Yeah. I mean, me too. Maybe.
Being able to observe something like that is probably a big.
What are you observing?
Step toward light traveling.
But what does that mean? So you'd see. What does that mean?
Well, we'd have to see to find out.
Yeah, but what would we see really? What would we really see?
Light.
Yeah.
Moving.
Really? Is that something you want to see? What would that be?
What does that mean?
I just whatever our eyes looked at and they said to us, what you're seeing right here is light moving, you'd already be on Pornhub at another computer. You'd be like, what?
Well, the importance of it, though, is not only being able to see it, but in being able to observe it is probably a step towards learning how to be like it.
To be like light.
Well,
or be like water.
In order to travel, in order to traverse the gaps in space that we're seeing, the only way to do that is to get close to at least the speed of light.
You got to get small like light.
So
bright like light.
Being able to travel at the speed of light would be
shine bright like a diamond.
Would allow us to shine bright like a diamond.
Rihanna cam.
It's a Riri cam.
It's amazing.
It's a bad girl cam.
It's very bad. It's Barbados technology. It's you know, listen, pay attention.
Zaharia Muhammad. He has a living room, and it is filled with stuff he does not own.
Well, so he stole it.
So he's a thief.
So we're talking about a thief.
He's a cat burglar.
Cat burglar.
He pays $200 a month for the sofa, the side table, the bar cart, the dining tables, and 4 chairs in his living room. It's worth it, he says. The 27-year-old New Yorker the New Yorker says it's worth it. If he needs to move, which he has done twice in the last 12 months, he does not need to lug a sofa across the city or worry if it will fit in the new place. The furniture rental startup Feather will swap out the items for something else. Now there's Feather, there's also Furnish, and there are some other companies that aim to rent furniture to millennials who do not want to commit to big purchases nor move heavy furniture.
I want to rent my shit.
And they are willing to pay for the convenience. The furniture rental companies target high-income city dwellers who say want a $1,100 orange love seat for $46 a month, or a $980 leather bench at $41 a month, but only temporarily. The furniture itself is a step up from IKEA. Quote, I'm 32 years old and I have lived in 25 different places in 5 different countries in 12 different cities, says Chan Park, who co-founded the online furniture rental company Oliver Space last year. So
I guess, we're going to move.
I was talking to somebody last night who said that he was talking to his friend, and his friend's kid is about to turn 16, and the dad started talking to him about like driving and shit.
Okay.
And he was like,
driving.
He's like, I don't want to get my license. Like,
yeah.
They have Uber. Yeah. And he was like, I know, like, you have Uber, but like, you live in the city. Like, of course you can take Uber here, but what happens if you want to go? He said to his son, what if you want to go camping with your friends? And the kid was like, well, then there's an option for that too. Like, they just like, you can like rent shit and they'll just like drop you off and like come and pick you up. And I was like, wait, is that true? So it's like, so even, but the idea that like,
yeah, the American rite of passage.
Well, the rite of passage,
to hit the open road.
That's over.
Damn it.
But also the desire to, and this to me is maybe healthy, although it's come maybe in a slightly backwards or circuitous route.
Okay.
But there seems to me that there is a healthy lack of detachment from ownership of things or acquisition of items that millennials seem to have. Now,
in this culture that we've built of sort of
that in itself seems like a healthy thing.
Seems right.
Absolutely. If you want to, why would you want, if you could rent something and then that thing, when you're done with it, goes back to whatever, and then it goes to somewhere else, you don't define yourself by that. However, the issue being that the reason that lack of attachment exists is because of the immediacy and the perpetual accessibility of all of those things at all times.
Good point. That you can get any. I need a lawnmower.
Is probably ultimately more destructive to the world.
Shit.
Because the amount of stuff the amount of network that needs to, in order for Amazon to be able to bring me a fucking toothbrush like in 37 minutes, like how's your delivery of like your like one thing? Like, it's like all of that. The reason you're not attached to it is because it's never not ever been there. Yeah. And as far as you're concerned, it's always,
you've always had it your way.
Is totally possible.
These kids.
It's totally possible.
They get breakfast for dinner, these kids. Don't get me started.
No, but I'm saying if for us to have that healthy detachment might be one thing. For them to have it, it does at first you're like, oh,
they never attached in the first place.
Because they've never
owned anything.
They don't, because it's always been there.
Get a lawnmower anywhere they want. I want a lawnmower
but I'm
right
serious.
Now.
I mean,
that's interesting.
It's
you don't want to be defined by your shit, so just rent it.
But it doesn't.
Love this couch. It's a rental from Rent-A-Center?
No, from furniture.
Feather Furnish.
But it doesn't. But it doesn't fix anything. By the time we as a species collectively attain some higher state of consciousness, it's always like 90 minutes after it needed to happen.
One more time.
Just that it seems like
by the time we collectively as like human beings
level up our consciousness.
Hey. Thank you. Bye.
Someone just tell you to shut up or something? Somebody just call you Cowboys suck. You all right?
It's my stylist, my barber,
you were
technician.
Trying to get in on a little appointment? What, nighttime?
Cut and color. Little nighttime.
After work?
Don't worry about us.
Oh, little house call?
Don't worry about us.
That it seems as though all the things that we strive to be as a, that we think are what we, we need this in the world, or we need, like, our compassion for animals is going to grow.
I hope so.
To the point that it needs to, at the point that the animals that we are supposed to be compassionate about are dead and extinct.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
The millennials
What about
are
couches,
becoming.
though?
What I'm saying,
How does that
like
work with couches?
they don't give a fuck about driving or fucking couches because
we loved couches when we were fucking teenagers.
I'm still
when
obsessed with
I was a teenager,
couches.
I wanted two things: my license and a leather fucking sofa.
Yeah.
And look at me now.
I got both, and I'm miserable.
I hate it.
No, but it seems like by the time we shed these detrimental attributes, it's always
90 minutes too late.
It's always too late.
So collectively, as human beings, when we all agree on the date and time, you know what? We should love and respect animals. Someone will be like, "Wow, you guys have been in this closed door meeting."
Yeah.
Like
this self-congratulatory fucking
jerking each other off because
like
you love animals
all the
so much.
elephants just died.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it. 93 minutes ago, an elephant took a gun and killed all the other elephants. He walked into the and there was a gun laying, and he took the gun and he killed all the elephants. It was endless bullets because of the endless bullet gun you made in 2081.
You remember that thing?
Remember that thing? So you're saying just in general, when we all get right, it's 90 minutes too late. And that's basically about everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
About everything. Always. Yeah. Yeah, but by the time you hear about something, like, it's already too late.
It's over.
Yeah, they got, like, the chaga for my coffee, and it's just like, it's already too late. Although the chaga is my everything. I'll tell you
I don't know what that is.
The chaga sustains me. It's my heart, my soul, my
What
will,
is
my
that?
boom, my everything. The chaga is basically a fungus. It grows on the bark of the birch tree. You know what I mean.
Yes.
We put it in a powder. It's aptogenic.
But you add it to coffee?
You put it in the coffee.
And what does it do?
What does it do? Or what does it not do?
Is it a booster? A creamer?
Oh my God. It's
Does it
all,
a
it's all
thickener?
creation.
A whitening
It's your
agent?
everything.
It's your boo.
It's your everything. This is my heart, my soul, my will, my boom, my chaga. Thank you. But by the time you get on it, it's
gone.
There's a new antioxidant in the game, and you're like, what? I just got on this.
Yeah.
Down there, like, throw some of that chaga in.
And they're
We're
like,
sold out.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't use chaga anymore.
no one's using chaga anymore, dog. It's not 2016. It's like, it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
Well, too late.
90 minutes too late. The autobiography of UhhYeahDude. Or for us, is it actually 130 minutes
Ahead of the game.
ahead of too soon?
Yeah, ahead of
Too soon. I like this shitty couch. Why not, instead of rent a nice couch, just buy a shitty couch? That's what I'm talking about. That's my business.
No, because that's bad too. Because now all our shitty couches, it's like you read all that shit about IKEA, like where they it's like they're buying fucking they're pillaging fucking virgin forests in all parts of the country, and then trying to settle so that nobody knows that their fucking sets of drawers kill babies and shit.
Oh, yes, they just pay them out like whatever.
It's all like
what do we owe you? Just live here.
You can't. The whole concept of IKEA was to bring quality furniture to poor people, but now it's like, well, actually, you did that, but you did that at the cost of the world suffering for it, and there's no.
What about beanbag chairs? Can't we just go all back to beanbag chairs?
Yeah, I'm talking about beanbag rooms. I want soft rooms.
Beanbag world. Soft world.
Soft rooms.
Soft world.
Soft world.
Everywhere you go.
Cush world.
Hop in that fucking Cush world. That beanbag. Cush Limited. Get in that beanbag chair and just wrap it out. Get
there
heavy,
doesn't
man.
seem to be.
How come people don't want to get heavy no more?
A feasible solution.
No, I think we're past that.
Well, I don't know if there ever is. I think it's inherent.
Oh, there is.
No, that I think the nature of it or us or the name of the game is that it has to destroy itself, because to not destroy itself is to not be able to continue to exist and grow and be reborn, and so it has to die. So whether we've solved that one way, that the all-pervasive force is that it will destroy itself one way or the other, whether we're at the helm of it or something else is at the control. It's gonna dissolve.
But how much for the lamps?
Which lamps?
The nice ones per month.
I mean,
because I want the nice ones.
Probably 40,
Because when
50
people come
bucks?
over, they don't know I'm renting it.
No, they don't need to know.
God, I saw those in restoration. Yeah, I bought them. I'm lying.
Yeah, but people
You know?
lie about their cars
People
like that.
lie about,
Yeah, I
What's
bought that
car?
new. You
Yeah.
didn't buy it new. You
Boss's
fucking
car. They're
put-
letting you out of town. Your house sitting. Your
You're
dog
gonna lie
sitting.
about the stuff in your
the
house.
Audi? Oh, yeah, it's my car. I bought it. No, you're dog sitting for your boss. Oh, these lamps from
think-
restoration?
Yeah,
I bought them.
with my money.
With all my money. I bought an extra one and I threw it out. Oh yeah, dude. America, through the eyes of two Americans,
120 minutes too soon.
130 minutes
Before too
two now. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 770.
Come back, won't you?
Come back for 771. We cannot thank you enough for listening. We can't thank you enough for everybody that's gone to Patreon and they've pledged, donated. You put your information in and you pledge something to us every month, and that sustains us. It lets us keep doing the show and keep living, and it keeps the show without any ads.
Should we start a UID blood drive?
A UhhYeahDude blood drive.
That we could somehow.
Let's just get you in the mix. Let's
All right.
focus on my dog.
But I mean,
I know
when
you're busy.
you do it, don't they give you something afterwards besides a sucker?
What do you mean? Oh, you like a treat?
No, like
A handy? Like,
no.
What do you mean? Like a
a handy,
what? Come here.
like a handy wipe or like a hand job?
I meant like. Come here.
No, I meant documentation of the fact that you did it.
No.
They don't give you a slip of some sort so that you could mark the day or.
So you could show everybody all day? Oh, this just dropped out of my wallet. Thank you. I will have a venti.
like an I voted sticker. I gave blood.
No, they did send me a crazy. I think it's supposed to go in the window.
What
that
does
I've been
it do?
a donor since 2003. They sent it to me in the mail last month.
So that's what I'm saying.
It was
So
very nice.
you didn't put it in the window though?
Jonathan, being a hero to me, it's not really about yelling out to the world.
Not true.
Hey,
You're doing it right now.
this is a hero's apartment.
you do it on radio. Why wouldn't you fucking do it in your apartment?
Hey, I'm on radio. This is a hero's apartment.
Can you hear it
I
coming?
guess.
Yeah.
You know, people put their, they put their presidential, they put
Do you
those
have
in
the other
window.
thing that in case of a fire, please rescue my cat?
In case of a fire, please rescue my cat. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, you have like a on your window or on your door that like there are how many animals are in this
God.
door. So if in case the things like please.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Come on, man.
What a terrible fucking. We are so fucking in sync right now. Me and this Backstreet Boy. We are fucking locked and loaded with each other right now. This routine that we got. This this communication between feline and human, it's on a different unprecedented existential level. Lifesavers.
You think if in a pinch, if the shit hit the fan, be it a tsunami, an earthquake, or a fire, do you think if you needed to flee this house that you could get him to jump onto your shoulders and stay there while you navigated through the rubble?
Get on my back. He would wrap his paws. He would pick me up. I would wrap my arms around his neck, and he would walk us out.
I figured.
To 7-Eleven.
I would hope so.
It is amazing.
Come back for 771. 888-842-2357 is the toll-free voicemail. UhhYeahDude@me.com is the email. You could pledge to us at Patreon, as Seth said. You could also go to the merch store at our website, UhhYeahDude.com, buy a t-shirt, pair of socks, sticker, a magnet, a pin, something along those lines. You could also pledge to us on Venmo if you just want to do a easy sort of one-time donation. That's UID4L. UID number 4, letter L, UID for life.
Did you make a point of doing a lot of pleases and thank yous this week? Did you remember to do that?
I don't need to. All I do is
You do it with your eyes.
all I do is please and thank you.
All you do is
I have an
please.
English mother,
That's so true.
so
You're like a boy like
it's in my
raised like down south.
it's in my DNA.
It's just like a buttermilk.
Yeah, no, my father's from the South, my mother's from England, so
you're just,
you know,
your kind eyes are
my kind eyes are
Never
thanks enough.
your kind eyes because that's why you work with the blind because you to be their eyes.
Be my kind eyes.
I'm gonna be your kind eyes all of you. That's why I'm laying on the horn and scaring the fuck out of you while you. I just want
The
you to
Braille
know
Institute.
I'm here for you.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.